Hello everybody, welcome back to Filament. We are currently through these puzzles with lots of arrows and specific directions. Oh goody, this doesn't look any less complicated than the one we just did, does it? So we've got 2 feeding into here, 3 feeding into here, a little independent one there, and that's a termination point. So where do we even begin? It's a great question. I wager if I do this, I can't squeeze through there, so not that. Maybe we start over on the left. Then a little nip down here. Leaves a nice big up-down thing for us. Now we need to finish on that one, so we need to do some of this left-hand side first. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. Now, can I do all of these and get out? Because I have a path out here. That's okay, but the angles I don't think are great. Because I can't get out of this gap here, and I've nothing to anchor onto. If I come through this way, I've missed that one above right of me. Oh, I can leave that one. No, I can't. That would also trap me in. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, I can't do that. I can do this. Can I fit enough thread to do this twice? Yeah, we can. My goodness. What a nightmare that looks. But we got it. Okay. Interesting quad section onto that one on the lower right here. 4 going into there. And then just a couple of other chains and several of these independent pillars that we can go to and anchor across, which will probably be important. Now, let's imagine that's all done and out of the way. If I do that, I probably can't use this one as an anchor, so let's not pretend I can. That one on the end of that wall is going to become a problem. And the other side of this wall, also going to be a big problem. Well, yeah, this whole wide wall in the center is going to need to be kind of looped around all at once, I think, if I'm going to get the left and right hand sides of it. That traps me in, which is no good. Okay. What else can we do? This wall here, I think effectively either needs to be approached from below and done as a pair, or approached from above and done as a pair. Which of those? No idea. But that idea makes sense to me. I don't like that because I don't think I can touch this one if I do that. So then that big L-shaped wall at the top left, or the R shape as we are looking at it, the Tetris L piece, also tricky. Okay, I quite like this because it effectively lets us get back to where we started with that right-hand side dealt with. So did I have a method for dealing with the left-hand side yet? In near its entirety. We then loop around this, and that, and this, and that. Oh, thank God. I was worried I was going to lose tension on the very end there. Why does that say 16 on the ground? Is that some kind of big meta secret? I've no idea. My gut instinct says this can't be that complicated simply because there's so many steps to follow. There can't be that many renditions of those steps, but we will see. What is the longest chain of events? This guy here has 4 going into it, which this is one of them, and into that is this one, and into that is this one and this one. Good grief. So let's start with that. Then I can grab this. This just kind of exists to help us along at any moment. What did I miss? Oh. Oh, gross. I have to do this one first? I hate that. Oh, God. How am I doing this one here? feel like I have to do that one really early. But I've got no idea how. I don't know what I'm going to anchor onto to get that seated. Can't say I love this. But it's happening. Oh, the one on the bottom left corner. Okay. How am I doing these two as well? Not like that, because that pens them in completely. Have I used this top right one yet? I've not. So I can do that. Then we zoom all the way to this lower left section. Go around this. What haven't I done for that one? Oh, the one in the center. Good God. So that. Then this. And that. Up to here, then all the way around the outside. To that. Good grief. I don't understand, like, some logic puzzles, you can unpick everything because, you know, like, oh, if 3 lines touch this, but that one's an odd number, that odd number can't touch this line, like that kind of stuff in some games, like Minesweeper. But this, you just kind of get a vague sense of what's going on, a bit of intuition, a bit of luck, and that happens. And it's terrifying. And then this is even more terrifying. Okay. What's the longest chain? I hate the look of this guy and this guy when I have to have done the ones on the outside edge of it to access it. I can't even begin to comprehend how I light both of those up and get inside of it, you know? Because I can't do that. Oh, that's really, really unpleasant for my brain. Okay. Start with where you can start. This leads to this. There's a long chain of stuff working across the bottom, and that left-hand side is completely separate. I cannot squeeze through there. Can squeeze through that. I'm going to leave those ones on the outside edge until I actually need them. I can't squeeze through here though. So I'm never going to be able to get that one. Okay, so this instead. Perhaps. But again, I bet I can't squeeze through there. That needs that one. Good grief. And I have no idea if the thread that I have gently started pulling right now is a good one or not, you know? I like this because it means at some point, I ignore that blacks out. It means I can come into here and do that, but then also how do I get out? So it's going to mean I need something like this, except to be able to get through there. Something like that. But not that, clearly. Because on this board, there's top center, top left, bottom left, and middle that all kind of have this two-part approach. Okay, this I like quite a lot. Where we're going now, not certain, but what we've got, I'm a big fan of. Not sure how we're going to do this pair. That doesn't quite hit that pillar there, which is its own problem. I'm not sure where I need to make a big change in this. Can't squeeze through that, which is disappointing. How far around could I go this whole thing if I wanted to? I could not. That's a great shame. No, I'm very stumped here, so I'm gonna allow my brain to go off for a bit of a different wander around the ship, because there'll be plenty of other mechanics and stuff. These things I still don't understand. There's a binary chart on the wall, no idea if I need that. Left mouse button, focus inventory. Right mouse button, zoom. Q, previous password, next password. Oh. Okay, I actually have to select this thing specifically. Initialized, recovery mode activated, awaiting archive entry. So I can follow these things. Read through a crew member's messages. Good grief. How many messages is this? Your status as a crew member. Loyal Operative, the Filament Corporation is excited to inform you that your registration as a crew member is now complete. You have been instated as a botanist aboard the Alabaster research vessel. In order to boost morale and make the lives of your employees more efficient, the Filament Corporation provides its employees with vibrant, color-coded equipment, jumpsuits, and names. Your assigned color is green, your assigned name is Pistachio. It is important to remember that TFC guidelines require the mandatory use of your new moniker in all areas of your new workplace, including but not limited to all forms of written and verbal communication, all self-referential materials such as logs or diaries, all forms of identification. Failing to adhere to these guidelines may result in severe disciplinary action. Welcome aboard the Filament Corporation. Juniper, I could use a favour. Hey Pistachio, I have a trivia question for you. Hypothetically, if someone was suffering from nausea and headaches due to the overconsumption of ethanol-based beverages, what homegrown consumables would you recommend they try? Juniper. Hey June, that's not an easy question. Maybe you should swing by the greenhouse and we can work it out in person. So, someone's drunk. Hey Aubergine, I don't suppose you know if I could get a hold of the camera footage from the greenhouse during the cryosleep, do you? There's a plant that should be in bloom. I have to know if I've missed it. Thanks, Pistachio. Hi Pistachio, the fabled unflowering flower. During cryosleep, we don't store all the footage from the flight. It's mostly boring footage of empty rooms. We do, however, store 30-second clips every 12 hours. I imagine that should still give you most of the insight you are seeking, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't do plants. I can show you how to access them later. Aubergine, great, thanks Pistachio. Okay, so that's all of Pistachio's stuff. So, we've looked at Pistachio. We have another one by Pistachio. Aubergine, marmalade, juniper, 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 vermilion. And I don't know if there's something about this binary chart. Who's the lady that we've been speaking to? I can't remember. Let's just try one more of these then. Archive for user marmalade. Canary, ambient radiation levels. I feel it is necessary to inform you that a development in my planetary analysis could potentially impact your jobs and well-being. Over the last few days, there has been a sharp and significant increase in the amount of radiation emitted from Arnold 475M. The cause of this is currently a mystery, as are the specifics of any potential repercussions. At the time of writing this, the readings have leveled out but remain a new higher constant than before. While I wouldn't worry about it for the time being, there is chance that this increase in ambient radiation could cause problems for certain systems on board the Alabaster, as well as pose a potential health risk for crew members. Rest assured that I will be monitoring the situations closely. Canary. Not exactly my area of expertise, but it's possible that something else in the system or even further out could be responsible. Seems strange to me that a planet could spike in radiation like that. Could it be something geological? Do planets normally give off radiation? It's definitely Arnold 475M. I've ruled out interference from other sources. It could be something geological, I suppose, though I couldn't say what. I can expect a planet. We can expect a planet with atmosphere this close to a star to give off a moderate level of long-way radiation. Canary. Okay, we could read logs for days, but let's go and find a new corner of the ship to investigate. Snacks? There's nothing in this whole room? Can't use that arcade cabinet? Escape pods. Oh my goodness. What on earth is this? Can I stop them? I can. But there's all kinds of... Oh, weird. They bounce off of me. Except those ones don't. I don't know where I want to get these lines to, other than this one presents arrows on it, obviously. And the ones on the left go towards a door of some kind. Right, we're going to have to wait because I don't want to risk pushing pause or anything else that then might cause the rotating drum to not rotate anymore. So, how's your day been? How are you doing on whatever day of the week that this goes up? I have no idea. I don't know what number episode this is in the series at the moment or when we started. But that did fill the gap. Let's see if anything happens right now. No. And if I instead hold out here, now why did that one bounce back? I didn't move. Alright, I will try pausing for your benefit. So, it can hit either side of the line, but it hasn't appeared to open anything. I don't know if I need to create more pins here somehow. Maybe each tower that I finish creates a new pin, and I need lots and lots of pins to finish.
Hey, this is where I took my first few steps aboard the Alabaster. My first time aboard a Filcore ship, actually. I boarded with Pistachio. We exchanged some small talk while we lugged our stuff up on the gangway together. We're both from the Firmament, though we didn't know each other from before the mission. It was only after we arrived here and had a proper chance to talk that we realized we'd actually grown up not far from one another. Different schools, though.
Right. I know there's a whole world of stuff upstairs. Does this interface do anything different than the previous ones? Airlock annex initialized, recovery mode accessed, awaiting archive entry. Yeah, so it seems to be the same stuff from these things. So, more of Pistachio's logs. No idea what all of that is. I'm sure there's some grand story to unpick among all of this, but today is not that day. And we've seen this puzzle before. and I've struggled with it. Let's see if new, more experienced me has any better luck. It's this black one here that presents the biggest issue, wasn't it? And that pair of those. Apparently it really wants me to do all of the white ones first. Or just not touch the black ones at all? Was that a thing? I can't recall what the lessons were from the ones before this, you know? Clearly it's not that. Alright, I'm not going to get too deep into this right now. Next time we'll go find some other corner of the ship to poke around, but for now, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.